Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I kind of want to go talk about something kind of cool and kind of something nice that's been so overdue, which is actually more on the side of the fact that the PlayStation 5 Restocks and PlayStation 5 third-party markets, scalpers, etc. seem to finally be getting at least a little bit of a breather and kind of going down in price. Now, we've actually kind of shoved this up a little bit as of yesterday, but I kind of want to go and dedicate up some of this time as of right this second to fully go give you guys my thoughts, comments, and everything else all mixed on in. We have a lot of things to go talk about, a lot of things to go bring on up, and a lot of just overall, I think, in my mind, kind of good news. Now, we are still not fully out of the fray yet. We are still seeing a lot of restocks. We're still waiting for restocks. We still have semiconductor issues. We still have people waiting for consoles. We still have basically resellers. We still have botters. And as well, there is still profit to be had. And a lot of these people probably trying to even go sell these consoles too on top of that are probably as well also going to be making some money. But it does actually seem like the market is clearing up, and it does kind of seem like even for third-party stuff, we at least have that little baby glimmer of hope that maybe in the next few months we can finally be free. So we have a lot of stuff to go talk about as well, kind of good news too. So definitely smash that like button on this one of all the videos out there, and as well kind of give me your thoughts down below because it just seems like it's so overdue. It almost feels like a blanket's being wrapped above me, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit nice and cuddly because I can't wait to go and really rot this stuff on out. So lots of stuff to go talk about, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, especially for the next upcoming PlayStation 5 Restocks. We'll try our best to keep you guys up in the loop, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. In general, for like all the gaming news, we'll have a lot more gaming videos all throughout today for general news and all that. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We have the Weeble and Coinbase down below. We got that other Twitter giveaway down below. We got the Twitch stream down below. We got a bunch of stuff down below. And as well, all your comments. Make sure you guys comment down below. So we actually kind of covered up a little bit of stuff, and this is kind of what I want to go and highlight. So we like to go with sometimes, I guess maybe just use the weekends for this, to go and talk about this a little bit more. As you guys can maybe go and see when it comes to the PlayStation 5 price points, it's kind of been hovering up and down, up and down, up and down. And we can actually see like a nice $800 over here a few months ago, and finally this huge dip. It was on January 1st where we saw the $638 price point. At least for me, I was kind of assuming this is pretty much the end, mainly because, you know, huge holiday cycle, holidays are done, you have to worry about presents, stuff like that. But it did actually have a little bit of a bounce back. But ever since then, we've actually been on a pretty nice downturn. So if you guys had a chance to go and see on this, anything under like $700 in my mind, pretty good sign. We actually had that for a few weeks over here. But as of recently, we've actually dipped down to the price where it's been the lowest we've ever actually had a chance to go and see. And this also kind of goes in response over to like Facebook, Twitter, eBay, and everything else, if you guys kind of just overall look at the data. As well, I think there's like kind of a lot of contributors that kind of factor into that. We'll get to that in a second. But it does actually kind of go and show that right now, just based on this huge downslope, and if you also looked at the Xbox Series X, we may pull up that in a second, it's actually going kind of good. Now, I don't want to say it's over yet. Like, it's still going to be a lot of people waiting for stock. I'm sure a lot of online drops will still be selling out. You have the Walmart Plus, the Best Buys or Targets, whatever. It still will be selling out. Like, it still will be losing stock. We'll still be having instant sellouts. But it's kind of slowly getting to the point where it was on Xbox. And this is kind of the biggest factor. So I want you guys to look and stare at this $624 mark, which is actually like $40, just round up, $40 down below from the previous price point from that. And also as well, the lowest price too. The other lowest price we can see is $360 with the bounce back. Now it's $624. But we've also even been seeing even lower prices. Now I think even if when I show my video yesterday, talk more about the stock and restock stuff. And if you guys are, make sure you guys are subscribed. We can cover up a lot of this gaming news and restock news quite a bit. But when it comes to this, we were even seeing sales as low as $600. I think when I made a video yesterday talking about StockX in general, I think there were some sales that were like $609, which in all honesty is probably one of the lowest price points we've ever actually possibly seen when it comes to these consoles. Now, as we're actually recording this video though, it did bump up a little bit more, like we're seeing some more last sales at $640, so it did have a little bit of a bounce back too as well, although as you guys know, it's kind of like more of a rolling average and it kind of tapers down. Like sometimes it goes a little bit up, sometimes it goes a little bit down, which kind of just depends on the sale. It's like you have like a bunch of strawberries, some guy might be like, yeah, we'll throw you a 5 or be nice, and some guy's like, no, I'm going hard stuck in 4. So it's kind of like that. But I just want to say this is probably the lowest price points we've had a chance to see for the consoles, and this is like kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. I know right now, even still, our channel is mainly dedicated to restocks. We've seen so many people tweeting at me and even Facebook messaging me, my real life friends, people like everywhere, have had a chance to go and notice that the stock has been going down. And this is, like I said, great. Because the big kind of reason why I think a lot of these price points have still been floating around so big have been mainly due to scalpers for people, trying their best to turn a profit, like basically people that would be selling on these types of websites or eBays or Facebooks, or as well, the fact that botters have been buying out stock. But we've also been seeing a lot more stores also just selling stock in stores, which has also been a very, very nice case. We're seeing Best Buy selling stock in stores. We're seeing GameStop doing walk-in events with their, although bundles, which are not the best, still nice to see. Target as well, just doing online and also having stock physically inside the stores. So I do kind of feel like this is probably really good news. Mainly because for us, this has been how many months? Like this has been, it's been so long if you also factor in pre-orders too, which is a little bit before this time too as well, like around September. And we've been doing this. We've been doing 5 YouTube videos a day since then, almost perpetuality. It's been a long time. We've been doing this grind for a very long time. So for me, it's music to my ears because I can't wait to go and take a few days off and relax before we get back in a proper grind. But as well, it's just good news for everyone out there who is still struggling to get their PlayStations because the demand is slowly meeting the supply and everyone else is finally getting their consoles. Now, as I mentioned, it's not fully there as of yet. We still have a little bit more time, maybe another, I'd probably say by the end of maybe like June 1st, we'll see a pretty good equilibrium. Maybe around July 1st, pretty much everyone who be actively trying, like say watching my YouTube videos or like creeping on Twitter or like, Walmart Plus members, GameStop Pro members will probably have their consoles. Like the light is there, like the light at the end of the tunnel is there. And it's also really nice to see because this is actually the lowest prices we've seen, as I mentioned. So that also makes a really nice sense that scalpers are now losing money. Now, not fully yet at this current price point. People are still making like maybe a little bit of money, but more so losing money in regards to say first $800 when it comes to selling their consoles, or even $700 around this holiday time. And that's what I love to see. I love seeing people now, normal people, having a higher chance and higher likelihood to get their consoles. So it's going to be issues. Like we're still going to be seeing semiconductor issues, supply chain issues, delivery issues, and all of that. And probably a few weeks, where there's maybe like no big drops, or 2-3 weeks. But as time keeps on going on and on and on, it does keep on getting better. And like I said, this also kind of relates down to some other various places. Like if I look at my own local Facebook place over here, I'm seeing some places that actually have some very good price points. So we have one that's like $605. And now it's a little bit easier because a lot of Facebook stuff is more so based on cash. Whether say for StockX, you have to worry about shipping it and authentication, all that type of stuff. And this is just this is lovely. Like even for me, if one of my buddies was like, yeah, I'll sell you a free console, $600, I'd probably be like, sure, if I was still looking for mine. Because at that point, it's basically paying an extra like $50, just being nice and not having to wait, a few months. But as well, don't have to go through the deal of like, waiting on websites or waiting for issues and all of that, which I think is cool. Now, I don't necessarily want to go give props to people that are trying to sell stuff like for 4 consoles over here, like for $650 each, because these people are definitely still trying to turn profits and make money. But you even kind of see some stuff like this, or like this guy was trying to list it for $750, and then now they're like, wait, whoa. No one's actually buying it. Well, let's go maybe try to lower the price down even more. And even for this, a lot of these things are still like really high price. Like I think some people are selling the delusional side where they don't necessarily really think that a lot of these are really that good price. Like even like a $605 bundle. Like this is what I'm expecting, like a normal console. And you can tell that these people are like, okay, like $640, it can maybe get $640. I'm seeing $650, $640s. And it kind of seems like they're all trying to undersell each other right now to go turn a profit. Or at least more so to maintain a profit because you don't want to be selling your console at some point for like $480 and losing money on it in general. So it does actually seem like this is some huge news. Like I love seeing the fact that the price points are finally, after all of this time, getting normal. And the fact that there's like the scalpers are slowly going to start losing money and or get a little bit more on the desperate side. But this is just nice to see. And I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below too as well. Because if you ever want to go pull up, say, the Xbox for StockX on Xbox, right now it does kind of seem like they're pretty much on equal. Like right now the price points are at $540. They're pretty readily available. So think like if I could link down a Best Buy link down below as per usual, like our usual sellout stuff we mentioned. But right now it's just like a flat line. Like it's just basically all around like the actual price. Like you're basically paying just someone to go get it for you, and that's it. And this is what I want to see. Like right now this is pretty much right around the point where the PlayStation 5 is, and then around 3 months later everyone was able to go and get their consoles, as you guys can see literally right below the webcam. So we're pretty much around here. So it's based on the usual trends. We maybe have another like 3 or 2 months. Obviously, as Sony makes more restocks, a little bit easier, there'll be like more normal consoles flooding the market, blah, blah, blah. But like we're almost there. And this is why I love seeing that the price points are so low, because it just gives us potential. It just gives us hope. And at some point, maybe this restock grind will be done. Like we're slowly getting there. So I just want to give you guys a big thank you so much for watching all this stuff so far, just in general. And we still have a few more weeks and a few more videos, even throughout today for gaming news and all that. So obviously, if you guys want to go and subscribe, you guys totally can. But it's just lovely to see this. Like, I love seeing the fact that it's finally going and falling to normal after all this time. And in all honesty, it probably should have happened forever ago. And hopefully it'll also help out for other markets too, such as Australia, Europe, Canada, and all of them. And ideally, everything will be a little bit nicer and easier for us in the near future. But I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for gaming news, restock news, and all of that, as well for the PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Twitter link down below for the PS5 giveaway and Twitter itself. Twitch stream if you guys want to hang out and chill and say hello, and the Weeble and Coinbase as well down below. Just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place. You guys are all fantastic and lovely. And I'll see you guys later on throughout today for a bunch more videos. Love you guys.